Yeah, very, very pumped. I've fought everywhere in the world, and so never fought in Denver, and people are very excited. I get a lot of love here. It's my home, so yeah, it's awesome.
How about the opponent change? You're someone who will fight anyone, anytime, anywhere. We always hear the cliche, but it happened in this scenario. There was no way you were not going to be on this card.
No, I mean yeah, I think I've trained so hard, so it's just yeah, for it to be canceled and then like for nothing to be able to, it just really sucks. So the fact that I was a little disappointed when I heard that the that Macy had pulled out, but as soon as I heard that they were looking for somebody else, I was like, all right, time to switch focus and don't worry about all that. And yeah, here we are.
What about Tracy as an opponent? She's on a big winning streak herself. What challenges does she pose when you ladies step in there?
um, she has great wrestling. She's got good top control. Um, she's got decent boxing. And she's really tough. And I think other than that, I think she's got a pretty decent head on her shoulders. Yeah, I think overall she has those skills. Um, she has a she has a she has only lost one time, in her whole professional career. So yeah, I mean those are kind of the main things that she brings to the table. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I think this is a big test for her, but I'm looking forward to showing her what's up.
And showing her what's up. And there's no secret. You look at your resume, you look at hers. There's levels to this. You've been in there against the greatest women ever to compete in mixed martial arts, and you're by
Yeah.
far her toughest challenge yet. Is that the goal, to go in there and show her that Thug Rose is still Thug Rose?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's what I do every time, and that's my intentions every time. And so I really believe that this is my time right now. Um been through a lot in these last couple of years, and I feel like right now, just with my last fight and then this fight, like even just from the last fight to this one, I feel like my life is just so much more stable. I'm just so much more comfortable with just such a veteran right now and so mature that it's it's my time to shine, and I believe that, and I put on such a great camp. So yeah, as much as I'm fully aware of what she brings to the table, I really believe in my skill set, and I really believe that this is going to be a great performance for me. And so I'm really excited. I've gotten so many. I really believe I've evolved a lot in just a couple of weeks. I mean, I'm sorry, a couple months. And so yeah, looking forward to putting that on display.
When we spoke to you before the last fight, you said 125 is home now. Still feeling the
Yeah.
same way heading into this one?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was a lot of work to also adjust to this, but then because it was like kind of a weird transition, because I did feel like the weight cuts were starting to get really tough at 115, and then I was kind of like, sort of running out of interest and motivation to kind of fight the same girls and stuff. So it was just kind of like the thing that I felt like um was like the move to make, especially like given my age and what I want to accomplish. Before I wrap everything up. And so I want to become two division champion. I want to achieve those goals. And so, but to make that transition, I mean, I wanted to make sure that I was putting on at least a little bit of size. Like I didn't want to be like unnaturally big, but just kind of like, just like a few pounds of muscle. And so doing that in the most naturalist, like just like kind of gradual way without taking too much time, it was a balancing act. And so but here we are, and I feel very comfortable. I'm not really worried about like what weight I am or anything like that. And yeah, I think it was a little transition period, but I feel really good right now.
You mentioned it. The goal, though, is to have the second title. I think Amanda's probably the only woman who's done it in the UFC, and that second division really wasn't really a division at the time. Is that the goal, to become a double champ?
Yes, yeah, that is for sure the goal. Maybe I don't know if it's the same as two division or double, like because I know she held it both at the same time. my intentions aren't to go back down, but I mean, there's always a possibility. So, it's but yeah, that is the goal.
Change of opponents for both of you. Obviously, there's no hesitation when you get the call that they need a main event, the week before Rose Namajunas. Take us through how that all took place and your decision to take the fight.
That was without a doubt the easiest choice I think I made in my career. They called me, they gave me an option, yes or no, and I said yes, let's do it. No hesitation.
What do you think of Rose as an opponent? I'm sure you've looked up to her. She's been in there against, some of the baddest women ever in the sport. What challenges does she pose, and what's it going to be like getting in there with Doug Rose?
First, I think more than anything, I'm gonna be 100% focused, and I have to be laser focused with someone like Rose. Not saying that I'm not in any other fights, but Rose is she's dangerous on her feet. She's had incredible knockouts, and she's very precise, and she's a smart fighter. And I'm stepping in her territory here in Denver, but I'm very confident in myself. I don't think I've ever fully performed to the best of my ability. Besides my last fight, I think, I got to showcase a little bit more of me as a martial artist with my striking. So I'm excited for Saturday.
How about what a win over Rose could do? You get to jump up in the rankings. You get to beat a legend in their own backyard. That what this could do, you're a star already, but this could really take you to the next level.
This is one of those moments where I I I can shock the world, beating a legend, ex-former world champ like Rose. She's already set to be in the Hall of Fame. She's an incredible person. She's an incredible fighter, but it's my time now. I've worked extremely hard, and as much as I respect her as an athlete and as a person, it's one of those things where it's like we're in the fighting business, and this is what we do. And um, this is for me to prove to myself that I do belong here, and I do belong in the top contenders, and I want to be a champion. So.
Is there a way when you go to sleep at night that you envision your hand being raised, or is it wherever the fight takes it, you got to be prepared any way it goes?
Every moment I'm running, I'm waking up. Except when I'm sleeping, I try not to because then I get a rush. But mostly when I'm running, I envision how everything plays out, and I don't just envision it, but I almost feel it down to like deep in my heart, and I feel every emotion, and I feel the excitement and the joy, and tears start falling down. It's something that I look forward to come Saturday.
You have a huge fan base, but you're fighting in Denver, where she's based out of. Do you expect to be booed? Did you, you're going to embrace that? What do you think the reaction is going to be like when you make that walk on Saturday?
I'm not. Everyone's you're in her hometown. That I made my UFC debut at a weight class above me against a Brazilian in Brazil. So I mean, I've never been shy from a challenge. I've never been one to back down from a challenge. If anything, I accept the challenge and I take it head on. So I'm really excited for whatever the outcome is. I thrive off of that the energy that the crowd brings.
Last thing for you, is there a message for Thug Rose before you guys get in there and take care of business this weekend?
I just want to thank her. I just want to thank her because this is truly an honor, going in there and fighting a legend. I knew the day would come, but I didn't think it would come this fast.